Hello friends, today's topic we discuss about the earthquake engineering. I, Professor Mrunal Santosh Ugle from Kekewak College of Kekewak Institute of Engineering, Education and Research, Nasik. So in this topic today we discuss about the dynamic analysis of the earthquake forces. So in that today we discuss about the concept of ductile detailing and analysis of building by portal frame method. So let us start with the first point, which is the ductile detailing. What is my ductile detailing? So the ductile detailing is the process of providing reinforcement to the concrete to be able to sustain earthquakes. So it does not mean earthquake proof structure we have to construct. Just we have to sustain the structure in case of earth when the earthquake will happen. So it just means for the building in said zone of earthquake will stand an earthquake that has a return period of the definite time. Ductile detailing is a process of providing reinforcement to the concrete to be able to sustain the concrete. This is nothing but the ductile detailing. So next, necessity of the ductile detailing. So the ductile detailing is provided in a structure so as to give them adequate toughness and ductility to resist severe earthquake shocks without collapse. Ductile detailing is provided for the structure is located in seismic zone 4 and 5. The structure has vertical or plane irregularities. Then structure is rest on the soft soil. Then structure has a long span and the structure has larger horizontal overhangs of the structural member. So these are the some necessities which is considered while designing any type of building in earthquake zone. Then next is their effects of the ductility. So the ductility of many metal can changes if conditional are altered. Then increase in temperature will increase the ductility. A decrease in temperature will causes decrease in ductility and a change from ductile to brittle behavior. So the cold working also tend to make metal less ductile. The ductility is directly affected by the values uh, summation A, gamma ck and the delta y. The ultimate strength is function of the number of variables such as the characteristic strength of the concrete, rate of the loading and the strengthening effect of the stirrup. So these are the some effects of the ductility. Then let us start with the analysis of the multi-story building by portal frame method. So this method, the portal frame method, is applicable for low-rise structures. In low-rise structures, shear deformation are dominant. Therefore, this method simplifies assumptions regarding horizontal shear in column. Each bay of a structure is treated as a portal frame and horizontal force is distributed equally among them. This means each interior column takes twice as much as the exterior column. Then some assumption which is considered while designing any multi-story building with the help of this portal frame method. So basic things, three methods are there: portal frame method, cantilever method and the substitute frame method. But today's topic we discuss about the portal frame method. So while designing any multi-story building, some assumptions which is considered. So in that, number one, the point of inflection or the point of contraflexure are located at the mid height of each column. Then the point of contraflexure are located at the mid span of the beam. Here mid span of the beam or mid span of the column. Then total horizontal shear at any floor is divided among all the columns on the basis that each interior column takes twice as much as the exterior column. So according to here it is given that this as compared to exterior column, here twice the interior column. These are the assumption which is considered while designing any multi-story building with the help of this portal frame method. So this is the real structure. In that, here some force is acting laterally along this floor and we have to analyze this on each floor. So this is the approximation method to analyze the lateral forces by the portal frame method. Let us start with the one numerical. So here we have to analyze the multi-story building by portal frame method. So this is the given multi-story building is there. In that the horizontal dimensions are same, which is 6 meter 6 meter, and the vertical dimension for each floor is 4 meter 4 meter 4 meter. And here the loading is external loading is occur, which is 12 kilonewton, 24 kilonewton and 24 kilonewton on third floor, second floor, first floor respectively. So this is the given data which is given in the numerical. So according to that we have to analyze the numerical. So here first point is there, assuming point of contraflexure at the mid height of the column and consider the FBD of upper story as shown in figure. So according to that, here we have to consider the upper story of the building, and here according to assumption, interior means the mid height of the column, we have to consider the contraflexure point. And according to our assumption, which is the total horizontal shear at any floor is divided among all columns on the basis that each interior column takes twice as much as the exterior column. So according to here, h, 2h and h value is there, and our equilibrium condition summation fx is equal to 0, and the sign convention towards right positive and towards left negative. According to that, you will get the equation 12 is equal to h plus 2h plus h is equal to h is equal to 3 kilonewton, means the value of h 3, 6 and 3 kilonewton. So this is the horizontal forces calculation. Then second step is there, which is the point of contraflexure are also assumed at the center of each beam, and member forces are obtained by equilibrium for each part of structure as shown in figure. So according to our assumption, here we have to draw the FBD of the first story and take the FBD of joint A, joint B and joint C. So according to the joint method, we have to analyze these forces. So according to this previous step, we have to calculate the value of H. So according to that, first we have to draw the 3 kilonewton, 6 kilonewton and the 3 kilonewton. Then with the help of this, here these are the unknowns. Basically these are the unknowns, and we have to take the movement at any point. Consider that here we have to take the movement. Then you will get this force which is AC. So according to that, you will get the 2 kilonewton. Then take the summation of Fx is equal to 0. According to that, you will get this 2 kilonewton and 9 kilonewton. Similarly, for this AB beam, here these two forces in opposite direction which is acting towards the B. Then after that, we have to take the movement at this point. Then you will get take the movement at this point, you will get this vertical direction force and this horizontal direction force. These forces is similar but opposite direction towards the point C. So then step number 3, we have to calculate the point of contraflexure against the assumed at the mid height of the lower story of the column. Then we have to here consider the second story of the building. So in that, here H1, 2H1 and H1, these are the horizontal forces which is acting on this column. So according to our equilibrium condition, summation Fx is equal to 0, and the towards right forces positive, towards left forces negative. According to that, you will get the equation 12 plus 24 is equal to H1 plus 2H1 plus H1. So with the help of this, you will get the value of H1 which is equal to 9 kilonewton towards left direction. Then step number 4. So in this step, we have to calculate the intermediate forces in the member. So same process is there, just we have to consider take here these 2 kilonewton and 3 kilonewton forces which is taking from this above calculation, is 2 kilonewton and 3 kilonewton. Then here 0 member is there, then here also 6 kilonewton force is acting, then 2 kilonewton and 3 kilonewton. Only direction is reverse and the magnitude is same. This is we have to consider in case of second floor analysis. Then here 24 kilonewton load is acting at this point D, which is also given. So according to that, we have to take the movement at any point, means consider that we have to take the movement here, and these two are the unknowns. So by the summation Fx0 and summation Fy0, you will get these two values. Similarly, we have to take the movement here, summation Fx is equal to 0, you will get these two value. And these two equations, these two forces are in opposite direction with the same magnitude towards the point E. Similarly, here also we have to calculate the forces. Then next step is there, the point of contraflexure against assume at the mid height of the lowermost story of the column. Here also we consider the H2, H2 and this H2. These are the forces which is acting on this columns. Then summation fx is equal to 0. 12 plus 24 plus 24 is equal to H2 plus 2H2 plus H2. So H2 is equal to 15 kilonewton towards left direction. Then with the help of this we have to calculate the forces in these members. And with the help of these forces, same process is there as the first story. Then with the help of these forces we have to draw the bending moment diagram. So this is the bending moment diagram which is drawn with the help of this analysis of the forces. So see here, these dimensions are the half, means basic thing is there, the vertical vertical distance of each column is 4 meter, 4 meter, 4 meter, and we have to consider the contraflexure point is at 2 meter. And here also in case of beam the contraflexure point is at the mid span, means 3 meter. So according to that we have to consider the forces, and with the help of these forces we have to draw the bending moment diagram. So here how to calculate this, the bending moment for this column which is 6. So see here in the step number 1, step number 1, 3 into 2 which is equal to 6. So according to that you will get the value 6. Here 6 into 2 which is equal to 12. So with the help of this you will get this 6 kilonewton meter moment, and here it is 12 kilonewton meter. Similarly here 6 kilonewton meter. Similarly this is for the column. In case of this column, here we consider the 16 is kilonewton force is acting upward direction, and this distance is 3. So 16 into 3 you will get the 48, which is this 48 bending moment diagram. This bending moment diagram we have to calculate on the tension side. Similarly here also in case of this HK column, here how to calculate this bending moment. So 30 into 2 which is equal to 60. So according to that you will get this 60 value. Similarly here also HI case, HI column also, here 15 into 2 which is equal to 30. Similarly 16 into 2 which is equal to 16 into 2 which is equal to 32. So this is the 32. So according to that you will get the bending moment diagram on the tension side. So I hope all of you understand the how to analyze any multi-story building with the help of portal frame. So thank you.